Hello, everyone. My name is Hanna Wondmagegn, and I am a sophomore at UNC Chapel Hill. Today, I want to show you all how to make some coffee, Ethiopian style. My family is from Ethiopia, and I grew up with the smell of coffee in the house. In Amharic, the word for coffee is bunna. Coffee is not just used to keep people awake, but it is one of the most important things in Ethiopian culture. You may be used to buying or having your parents buy coffee at Starbucks, or turning on your coffee maker and having coffee made in 5 minutes in your house. But Ethiopian coffee is an entire ceremony and can take 20 to 40 minutes to make and another 1 hour to drink. That's because coffee ceremonies are usually used as a time for families to catch up and for the community to gather and talk about the latest news or to gossip together. There are many different parts to coffee ceremonies, and today I'm going to show you what an Ethiopian coffee ceremony looks like. The first step to making authentic Ethiopian coffee is buying raw coffee beans. You can find raw uncooked coffee beans at many stores. After washing the beans to get rid of any dirt, you put the beans in a small pan on the stove. It's important that you keep mixing the beans so that the beans get heated evenly and don't burn. Eventually, the beans get cooked, and you can tell when they're ready when the skins start popping and there is a lot of smoke. After the coffee beans are cooked, you put the beans in a coffee grinder and grind the coffee until you have coffee powder. The next step is to get ready to heat the coffee powder to make some coffee. Ethiopians use a specific item to do this, and it's called a jebena. Jebenas are made in Ethiopia, and every family has at least one in their house. You fill the jebena with water and then put in the ground coffee. The amount of coffee you put in the jebena depends on how strong you want your coffee to be. If you like your coffee strong, you would put a lot of coffee in it. And if you don't like strong coffee, you'd probably put only a couple of spoonfuls. It can take about 10 to 20 minutes for the coffee to be ready, and while the coffee is being steeped, you can add extra elements to the ceremony. Most Ethiopians like to make popcorn to put on the side of the coffee presentation, or have some bread to snack on while drinking the coffee. Ethiopians also like to burn incense, or itan, which fills the house with beautiful smells. To do this, first heat the charcoal until the bottom is red. Then we place the charcoal in an itan meija, which means an incense holder. Once that's in, you add the incense on top of the charcoal. As the incense starts to burn, it releases strong smells throughout the house. You can find incense in different stores and can choose what type of scent you want. My family gets our incense from the same Ethiopian store we buy our coffee, and getting the incense ready is one of my favorite parts of the coffee ceremony. After the incense, coffee, popcorn, and bread is ready, it's time for the ceremony. For the coffee, we use small cups called sini, and each person gets their own. Ethiopian coffee is usually drank with sugar or no sugar and no milk. The most important part of the Ethiopian coffee ceremony is the hostess. Usually, it's women who serve the coffee, and it is a great honor to do so for a group of people. Being the coffee hostess is not an easy job because there's a specific way to pour the coffee, which looks easier than it actually is. Coffee is usually served in order of age and gender. Elders get coffee first, followed by any religious figures in the room, then men, and then women. And that's it. As you can see, coffee ceremonies are a tedious but rewarding process. It's a time to enjoy great smells, drink quality coffee, and spend some quality time with friends and family.